Yeah, so I have an interview on Friday, and I need to brush up on this. So sorry. That's So this is what we're gonna learn today. So Bluetooth LE. This is actually a lie. It's actually just LE. The first part has nothing to do with it. They're totally different. So it's like calling it Wi-Fi, basically. All right. So Bluetooth LE, not Bluetooth, just LE. You have these 5 things, which if you've done anything with Bluetooth, you'll immediately realize how this is not Bluetooth. So generic attribute profile, attribute protocol, characteristic, descriptor, and service. These are the 5 things that you need to know to sound like you know what you're talking about with Bluetooth LE. And obviously that it's not Bluetooth. Just remember that, you'll be good. So generic attribute profile. It's generic, so that it comes with a protocol. Way to send attributes, which everybody knows. No, you don't. Small amounts of data. We'll just call it that. Forget attributes. All current BLE devices are GATT-based. So it's not generic. This is the thing. And yep, it's the protocol. Profile. So attribute protocol. Implementation that provides characteristics and services, which are the only things you can use. So just forget that this exists. It doesn't matter. Characteristic. This is the real thing. This is what actually sends data, as long as you only want to send one of it and you really want to describe it with a descriptor. So you can have more than one descriptor, but you can only send one value. And you can get around that by like sending bytes as payloads to create your own protocol, which is what every sane person would want to do anyways. So, you know, you get that. We're going to overview this if I'm going too fast. So descriptors, an attribute that describes a characteristic value. Everybody's following along, right? Cool, we have a bunch of buzzwords. And then a service, a collection of characteristics. Oh yeah. So everybody's fully confused now, right? It's like 5 words real quick, and you need a dictionary. This is a good start. So pretty picture time. Everybody following along now? This clears it up, right? Yeah, all right, so we've got the profile. This was the GATT, or the ATT, doesn't matter. Services are where data comes through. So you would bind to services. One device could have multiple services, like the heart rate example, or the heart rate measurement example is that the heart rate device that is attached to your body here, it has a battery in it, so you might want to know the battery level, and then probably also the heart rate thing that it does. So there'd be 2 services, right? So you'd have like the battery service and then the heart rate service, and they would send data in structured ways, because if you didn't have descriptors and services and characteristics, we all know there's absolutely no other way that you could possibly send data between 2 devices. So that's your big picture recap. All right, so we're going to connect devices. Some people use phone numbers. All right, so this is what it actually looks like. So Bluetooth adapter. Everybody hopefully knows what this is, right? Anybody confused? Anybody not used a Bluetooth adapter? Everybody's used Bluetooth in this room.
What is it?
Great question. Bluetooth adapters are the physical device on your device. It's a device in a device, John.
Is it the chip or is it the phone?
Sure. No, it's the chip. So in the API, the Bluetooth, you could have multiple Bluetooth adapters. That's not a thing, but you could. So the Bluetooth adapter is something you can get through the Bluetooth Manager, which is just a system service. And you just do that with the context system service, cast it to Bluetooth Manager, blah, blah, blah. Then you can figure out if the device has Bluetooth. You can get the default, the only Bluetooth device on it. And then you can start a scan should it actually support Bluetooth LE, which is another step. So you start the scan, everything's great. When you get done, you end the scan. Pretty simple, right? And that's all of it. Just, you know, a whole bunch of other parts. So when you actually want to connect to it, you get a device back, and then you have to connect to GATT. And we all remember what GATT is, right? What does it stand for? All right, come on, Ryan. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, this thing. Cool, right? All right, because we want to send data. It's generic. All right. Back to it before Ryan interrupted us. Okay, so don't worry about the false. That doesn't matter. You have a callback, and it just doesn't.
I love your
So
presentation style, just so you know.
do what?
I love your presentation
Oh
style,
yeah,
just
no,
so you're
this is genuine me. So we got the Bluetooth device, which remember we got from the Bluetooth manager. It doesn't matter. The GAT callback. This is like 800 lines of code, so I just kind of summarized it a little bit. And then we have Bluetooth GAT close because we're done with that. So now this is you don't have to connect to devices. A lot of devices are beacons, so you would never even get this far with the scanning. You would just see the device, read the RSSI level, triangulate the person, and sell all their data. That would be the most people would stop there. This is if you want to do something useful with the device. So when you implement that GAT callback, one of the important ones is the services. Because remember we talked about the services actually contain the things that are going to be sent in the very structured, non-generic but generic way. And you have to call connect on that, which then is going to trigger another callback later on. Now I would love to demo that, but I would need a device that sends arbitrary data so that I could demo it with my phone, and I don't have such a device. And so all I could really show you was a beacon, which I thought was kind of pointless because I guarantee you that there's Bluetooth LE devices in this room, right? So.
Do you want me to send you data?
No, because it's not set up to do that. Like, I didn't have a way to. I didn't have a device to like build an app around, which is kind of a conundrum. And I only had like a couple days to get this done, so I probably could have like bought something, but sorry. We'll do round 2 of this where I actually do something impressive. That'll be next month. All right, so yep, and probably left this installed. Yeah, cool. All right, so hopefully in this room there's a whole shit ton of Bluetooth LE devices. Awesome, look at that. So we've got the name of the devices. They're usually very helpful named like Null or Null. One's Charge. That's weird. And we have RSSI values.
Oh, there you go.
Anybody?
Sure.
What? Charge?
Charge.
Oh, right. Cool, man. You did it. You did it.
It's actually got a name, man.
Yeah, I don't know. But we do have a generic protocol, so we're good. The RSSI values, closer to 0, closer it is to you. Proximity based, that's just radio stuff. That's boring. Cool. So if you were interested in beacons, this is basically what beacons look like. So let's get back to here. So what I did a few months ago, working on some other unrelated LE stuff, was if you've used Bluetooth LE, Google did a really awesome thing where in like API 18, they introduced it. In 19, they decided they didn't quite like that. And then in 20, they were like, I don't know. And then in 21, they were like, I think this is it, guys. So every version has like various things deprecated. There's like different methods that you want to call for scanning, for instance. The initial scanning implementation is through the Bluetooth manager. Now it's through the adapter because, there's probably going to be more than one adapter later. It's just not. So now you do it that way. So that kind of pissed me off. So I made this whole library where like you just do it that way because I don't want to remember there's stupid ways to do it for every platform. So this is it. Like you're done. This is now you can recreate everything I showed you with that app. And I have that here as well.
Damn, that's a badass profile picture.
Oh, what? Oh, the cupcake? Yeah. All right, so, and I know everybody is a Kotlin expert. Actually, why am I doing it like this? I have the power. We do. All right, so let's do that. There we go. All right, so this is Kotlin, everybody. We've got a chat adapter. That's just a recycler view, adapter implementation. Nothing interesting here except for this scan binder. This is one of the pieces that I built. And so we can see down here, all we're going to do, we need to check if we have course location because one of the changes in one of the API levels, I think it was like 21, they decided that like, oh yeah, you can kind of figure out where people are with these things, so we should probably make the apps ask for location permission, so you have to do that. So that's all that's happening right there. If we do have permission, we just start the scan configuration, and I have it built out so you could actually put in all the options like the frequency intervals of scanning. Can't think of what the other options are, but it has other options. So you can configure that all through there generically and independent of API level. And then you start the discovery, and then everything else works just like you would expect. We implemented the LEScan callback up here. So we have these nice little methods where if we lost a device or found a device. And fun fact about losing a device, while that's in the API, I've never actually seen a device use it. So that's really, make sure you implement this. Probably gonna work one day. So, but this is the important one. So, and that's pretty much it. So I added to the adapter, and the adapter is really basic. We just have an array list, we put items in it, notify a change. So that's the whole app. Any questions? Ryan, what is a GAT?
Protocol stands for general attribute.
Close enough.
Generic?
Yeah, just say generic. Yeah, there you go. Cool.
General, whatever.
Pretty much generic.
Yeah.
Something that's helped me a lot with that in the past is, because like we all know like RESTful APIs, like we've used like networks and systems before. The way I think about it is the GAT is kind of like a network of computers, and then each service in the GAT is like connected to a computer, and then each characteristic is like an endpoint. So it's kind of like a hierarchy there where you can just do puts and posts and gets and
Yep.
pull data in and out. But it's just bytes instead of JSON or whatever.
Sounds kind of cool when you say it like that. Your device is in the gap.
Very simple question. What license do you have there? Is that open?
Yeah, dude, everything is Apache. Just take it. It's fine. Like, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Don't care.
It's on my GitHub. I don't care. One important note. So we talked about the beacons. So like that's something the phones can do. They can emulate being a beacon by broadcasting. So you have like peripherals that you can connect to, and then you have like the beacons that you can search for. So there's like the two primary things that you would probably be interested in. And the really nice thing that they did is they didn't actually build an API for your device to become a peripheral. So it's like you've got hardware you can't use. It's pretty cool. So all you can do is connect to other devices. So when you want to build like a cool example where I was like, I'll just build a chat app really quick, and then I was like, oh yeah, you can't do that. So kind of why the demo sucks. I was gonna build it real quick and then remembered. So all you get to see is RSI values. Not that much fun. Anybody else? So everybody, you could pass an interview now, right? I hope. Kind of banking on it, so.
I don't have much idea, but I remember that it's possible for a beacon to transmit in certain patterns or like.
Yeah, that's frequency. And the beacons are actually also capable of transmitting data, and your phone can do that too, where when it acts like a beacon, it can choose to transmit data or not to, but you can't really do like bi-directional communication.
It is possible to configure the library, like understand this specific protocol, or?
So all my library does is help with the scanning. What you do with the scan results, that's on you. It doesn't impose any kind of things like that. It's just trying to shortcut needing to worry about all of the stupid API stuff. And then another fun fact about that is like after I built that, then I realized Google already built a compat library. But I think they were doing it like the same time because I already started and then realized later. Yeah.
So is yours better than Google?
I don't know. I never looked at theirs. Probably. I'm gonna go with yes.
That's the attitude.
Yeah.
Definitely want to see that in interview.
Yeah. I don't know why, but
Just always say it.
yeah,
Don't even ask. It's custom.
Yeah.
Asks and that's the answer.
it doesn't have the COM Android in the package name, so it probably is better.
You're not using Hungarian notation, so that's a start.
I do not. And you can actually see Oh geez, how do you actually go back?
Off of,
Go back file. Oh well, I can just do this. Man, there we go. All right, so if we check out, not there, not there, not there. Start scanning. All right, so if you do that, you know, yeah, full sources, all that. So if you're interested in how any of it actually works, like these are the things that you would need to remember how to do. So now you don't.
One of the things that's really fun about this is you said they change the APIs every time. They also made it so if you make an app that uses BLE heavily and you put it in the store, there's no way to filter depending on like what actual hardware supports. So there are all different kinds of modes and different capabilities that you can use in BLE. But all you can ask is, does this phone have a BLE or Bluetooth chip? Not like, does this have a BLE chip or that sort of thing. So
Yeah, so you can put in this uses feature,
Yep.
right? And theoretically, the Play Store should like hook you up and be like, yeah, we're not going to let them use it unless this is true, because I mean, LE
that's what it means.
required
Yeah.
true.
But that's true.
no, that's not how it works. Don't worry about that. You do need that though, so don't not have it, but like it
So it
doesn't.
only reads the part up to Bluetooth, right?
Pretty much.
It doesn't read the LED.
Possibly.
It just says, hey, do you have Bluetooth? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then of course the permission thing, which is nice for users because they don't understand that. So yeah, he's totally correct. Anything else?
You said this wasn't about Bluetooth. You mean that GAT can be abstracted enough that Bluetooth is an implementation?
Oh no. What I meant is LE is like literally different than Bluetooth. Like
Oh, okay. I see what you're
like if you have a Bluetooth radio that doesn't support LE, it's because like it literally needs different hardware. So it's not the same thing at all.
saying. Gotcha.
It's like Wi-Fi versus your cellular phone. Like it's both are RF, sure, but to call them both Bluetooth is really kind of confusing. They should have come up with a different name. So yeah, awesome.